Hello and welcome to No Nonsense Metal Reviews with me, George, and today I'm taking a look at the 12th album from Doom Sludge Lords Crowbar. I am of course talking about the mighty Zero and Below. This album is an absolute beast. This is monumentally heavy. I think this is an incredible album. I have to admit that I've got a lot of gaps in my Crowbar catalogue, actually. The last album of theirs that I have, chronologically speaking, is Life's Blood for the Downtrodden, which is quite a few years ago, so I'm missing a lot more of the recent stuff. But I've picked them up again, rediscovered them, so to speak, with this album, Zero and Below, and it is such a good record. This is an absolutely brilliant album. It's so heavy. It's just crushing. Absolutely crushing. And there's a very fitting song title here, Crush Negativity. Yeah, with the weight of these riffs, Kirk Winstein's riffs here, you could crush a skull. It is absolutely mammoth. As I mentioned, Kirk Winstein, vocals and guitar. We've also got Matt Bronson on guitars, Shane Wesley on bass, and Tommy Buckley on drums. And so it's just a four-piece, but what more do you need? Because this album is freaking heavy. Kicking off the album, The Fear That Binds You. I don't know if you can see the track list there. Hopefully it's not too glary. But the Fear That Binds You starts off with a bit of a faster pace. It's certainly heavy, lots of great riffs and guitar work going on there, before you are bombarded with slabs of just crushing riffs, absolutely amazingly heavy riffs. The groove is just absolutely intoxicating. That track in particular is one of the best tracks on the album. Such a good way to start the album. It's so freaking heavy. Absolutely love it. Her Evil is Sacred, second track there. Really brilliant number. Little bit of a faster pace there at times, but the whole album is just very doomy. It's like way heavier Sabbath, to give an example. Give a comparison there. It is rooted in doom, but it's very sludgy and grimy and nasty, very freaking heavy. Kirk Winstein's vocals are very raspy throughout, although it does do a cleaner bit of vocal work on the fifth track, Denial of the Truth, which is actually a very dark, sort of sinister, menacing track, very atmospheric. It's a really good number, very doomy, much slower pace, as I say. Just a really great track. The one before that, track number 4, Chemical Gods, is a really good number, very memorable, very heavy. The riffs are so good here. The whole structure of the song, brilliant. The disturbingly titled Bleeding from Every Hole is a short, sharp punch. It's an absolute nails track. It's so freaking heavy, it's sharp, it's dangerous, it's a really good head-banging track. The riffs, what can I say? They're so freaking heavy. Absolutely love it. It's Always Worth the Gain, much more sort of an upbeat track, quite a punchy number, very heavy, very groovy stuff in there, just really brilliant. They're all good tracks. There's not a bad track here. Got 10 songs in total, and it's just over 40 minutes long, I believe, but it's just straight up doom metal in your face. No filler, all crushing killer. The title track, closing track there, Zero and Below, is a mammoth of a song. It's quite an emotive number. There's depth in there. It's just a really good song. Brilliant way to finish the album. The outro of the track is really nice as well. Really fitting. basically you need to check this album out. If you like Crowbar, you're going to love it. I think there's a lot of similarities between this album and Oddfellow's Rest, which is largely considered to be one of, if not their best album. They don't have any bad albums that I've heard, and I don't think that they do have any bad albums, but this is something very special. This is a brilliant album, and I think there's a lot of likeness and similarities to Oddfellow's Rest. Certainly with the experimentation, going in slightly different directions than just straight up doom all the time. There's other elements mixed in there, slower, faster paces, depth and atmosphere. This is a really good dynamic album of doom, heavy doom metal. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, as I say, if you like Crowbar, you're going to love it, or Down, any of those NOLA scene bands. If you like doom, if you like heavy metal, just done really bloody good, then check this out. Zero and Below by Crowbar. If you've heard the album, what do you think of it? Any fans out there? How do you think it compares to their previous albums? Is there any albums that I need to check out in particular of recent years? Have I missed anything particularly good? Hope you liked the review, of course. Very grateful for you watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know what you think about Zero and Below. An absolutely storming album. Take care, my friends. Stay heavy.